Hello all. As a job seeker, how many of you knows what's the role of resume in cracking interviews? Not many, as 80% of them do copy paste or make ready-made paid resumes. I'm Sandeep and I've been working in recruitment profession for over 12 years and I've interviewed thousands of candidates, experienced as well as freshers. There are debates going on for few topics such as how much resume plays a role in getting a job, how many pages will be ideal for a fresher resume. We'll have a better idea on these topics once we complete this session. In the course, I want to share with you what I've learned, experienced that you can make better resumes, rather, I would say effective resumes. The better you understand your resume, better chance cracking the interviews. Let's get started with a fresher resume as a reference. We usually see similar patterned resumes from fresher end, and if you can see here, is mentioned resume as title. Few people put curriculum vitae, the name, contact number, email ID, address, objective, education details, technical skills, project details, achievements. Then comes extracurricular activities, hobbies, interpersonal skills, personal details, and declaration. Let's go through each topic. Title. Do we write resume or curriculum vitae at the top of your resume? If you ask me, it is not mandate, as everyone can realize that it is a resume. Coming to name, name should be bold and average in size. It should not overdo your resume as well. Email ID and contact number is mandate. It might not be bold. Address could be optional, as you can think, like recruiter doesn't take it as a first priority, so it can be put it in your personal details, which comes on the end of the resume. Next, we're coming to objective. If you see here, candidate had mentioned terms such as utilize my skills and abilities, wanted to work in the field of instrumentation, committed, dedicated, resourceful, etc. There can be too many queries from these statements, such as if you are looking for instrumentation field or you are looking for development field, we have open positions for testing field, so you are a mismatch for our requirement. This might not be true, but what a recruiter wants is how the candidate responds. How can you say you are committed, dedicated, resourceful? Can you prove it? You are looking to utilize your skills and abilities. I doubt you can utilize in my company. These are all too difficult and complicated questions to provide convincing answers. Let's check what's the base factor. As a fresher, the job seeker as well as the recruiter knows that your objective is to get a job. A recruiter knows that the candidate is either copy pasted and sometimes don't even know what is written in the resume. And I've seen a lot of people who mugs up the objective and tell the same at the interview point time. So if you put objective, there is a lot of complicated questions arises. What if we don't put objective? We'll have only one question which we can expect, that why you have not put objective, and you have a non-fact answer that your objective is to get a job at present. Coming to education, please mention all details about education such as degree name, course, branch, college name, university, year of passing, and most importantly, percentage. Please do mention 10th, 12th, graduation as well as post graduation details in your resume. I have seen candidates intending not to put percentage wherein they have scored low, not putting year of passing as there is a gap or back papers. Please avoid such situations. Be bold to put whatever you have done. Coming to technical skills, you can see people tend to put a lot of skills in this session and end up knowing not even one. there is a misinterpretation that your profile will get shortlisted if you put more and more technology. In this resume, candidate had mentioned C, C++, Java, MATLAB, etc. Recruiter can ask any question from any of these technologies, no matter what is the job opening for, and you cannot give an excuse as you are a person who had put it in the resume. I have seen a lot of people who says like we have studied this in first semester, second semester, etc. Please understand, recruiters are not here to listen to your excuses. So ultimately, you will be responsible for whatever skills you mentioned in the resume, and the recruiter have all rights to ask on any of the skills which you have mentioned in the resume. Best thing is to put one technology wherein you are comfortable with and learn better on that skill. If you are good enough for the same, it will work out for the recruiter. It is always good to put one skill rather putting multiple skills and giving recruiters opportunity to ask more and more questions and getting yourself into trouble. Now comes project details. You can see candidate have mentioned two projects, again giving more opportunity for a recruiter to ask more and more questions. Put one project which you are thorough in. When you mention project, basic information has to be there, such as title of the project, duration, team size, description of the project, roles and responsibilities. When you write roles and responsibilities, make sure you put points of what you have done in the project and not what your team has done. Next comes achievements. You can see in the resume what are the achievements it is mentioned. So, do you really think these are really achievements? Candidates have a thought process that there should be achievements, otherwise they won't get a job. If you have really achieved, please mention it. Otherwise, don't mention. It is not mandate. Majority are going to achieve job seekers. Next comes extracurricular activities. Same as achievements. Do you really think these are extracurricular activities? Participation, coordination cannot be considered as a weightage extracurriculum. Candidates have again a misconception that there should be extracurricular activities, otherwise you won't get a job. It's not mandate, and even recruiters know that freshers put anything and everything in the resume to feel the betterness of it. Only one question which arises: have you not achieved, or do you not have any extracurricular activities? You can definitely say no, rather putting something which is not relevant and getting yourself into trouble again. Next comes hobbies. What is hobbies? Do you really know what is hobbies? Listening to music, playing cricket, etc. are not hobbies. When you put hobbies, you should be really passionate about it and you should have all the answers regarding the same. Say, reading books should answer questions such as what kind of book you read, which author, which year, everything should be known. Otherwise, it is not mandate. There is no hardcore rules that everyone should have hobbies. You should be bold enough to say that I don't have hobbies. Interpersonal skills. Again, you are giving option to recruiters to ask a number of questions. So if you have to put interpersonal skills, you have to prove yourself that these skills are involved in you, and it is pretty difficult to convince the recruiter. Next comes personal details. You can put all relevant details what a recruiter needs. If you see, father name, mother name, religion, etc. are not so relevant to recruiters. So probably you can add it as date of birth, language known, present address will be more than enough. Declaration. What's the use of you declaring it? It is not a stamp paper which is valid. So literally this is not required. So to conclude with what we had done, it will be a one-page resume. Let's go to preview of the same profile which is edited to one page. So here it comes: name, contact details, email ID, education details, computer proficiency, whatever you are aware of, project details, description, roles and responsibilities, then personal details. This basically happens to be your one page resume. Now, is it sufficient? One debate we took previously was how many pages will be ideal for a refresher resume. Let's understand. Welcome back. At present scenario, recruiters don't have time to go through 2 to 3 pages of fresher resume. First and the foremost thing, resume is a questionnaire which you pass on to a recruiter prepared by yourself. So if you design your resume according to your strength, you can predict questions asked by a recruiter and get prepared for the same. By one page resume and giving proper information on what you are confident in, you are definitely going to reduce and avoid the number of questions as well as complicated queries asked by a recruiter. And this pattern is more effective in product companies, trust me. So I would recommend to go for a one page resume. Align resume properly, put proper font, put proper size. Don't make it complicated, rather make it simple. We had two questions: how much resume plays a role in getting a job? How many pages will be ideal for a fresher resume? I believe you are in a better position in terms of analyzing your views on these debatable questions. Best way to make your resume effective is to create resume in the way recruiters see to it and not how you wanted to see. Thanks for sharing your time with me and all the best for your future. Cheers.